genocide. Then say never again to genocide. We are here as one nation. We say never again. We unite as human race. We say never again to genocide. Never again to genocide. Never again. We brought you flowers. We brought you flowers. We brought you flowers. We brought you flowers.
Freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready, mama, prepare for your freedom. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready, mama, prepare for your freedom. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Yahoo! You listen to mama. Yahoo! You listen to mama. Yahoo! You listen to mama.
Fellow Ambazonians, greetings to every one of you. What a great joy for me to come to you again. Today, the 1st of September in the year of our Lord 2025, with another edition of the program, The Awareness. What a joy in my heart to know you are doing well out there. And we also are doing well here. And we are concerned that you should be doing well. And that is why every Monday we try our best to come out with a program that will keep you going and to encourage you and to make you know that God is not sleeping, that everything is working well for our good, and Ambazonia will soon be announced. Ambazonia will soon be announced. I say it again for the third time, Ambazonia will soon be announced. Before I bring my panel for the program of today, here on Ambazonia State Radio and Television, let me take you through my monologue first before we invite the crew that will be with me in the studio today. Topic of my monologue: patience, the only key to any great achievement in life. When a man is patient in life, he will achieve any great thing that he wants to achieve. I draw my inspiration today from the scriptures here I preach on, and I just want to read that for you. Isaiah chapter 66, I'll read from verse 7 to 10. Before she travails, she brought forth. Before her labor pain came, she delivered the baby boy. Who had seen such a thing, or who has heard such a thing? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in a day? Or shall a nation be born in a day or at once? For as soon as Zion prevails or travails, she brought forth her children. Shall I bring you to the place of birth and will not bring forth the child, says the Lord? Shall I cause you to bring forth a child and will close the womb, says the Lord? Rejoice, O ye Ambazonians. Sorry, I paraphrased there. Rejoice, O ye Jerusalem, and be glad with her, all that love her. Rejoice, for her time of mourning is over. Fellow Ambazonians, we are here to let you understand that patience does not mean weakness. Patience is a sign of maturity. Patience is what God looks at before he rewards you with what next level is ahead of you. In life, life is not a sprint. Life is a marathon. Everyone that seeks to achieve something in life must learn to exercise patience. Even the farmers, when they plant their seed in the ground, they exercise patience and allow God, let that seed to die, germinate, then grow and bring out the fruit that will be enjoyed by everyone. Therefore, in the Amazonian quest for freedom and independence, we must exercise patience. There are so many who joined this revolution and thought that it was going to end in a day, and thought that it was going to end in a week. Some thought it was going to end in 6 months. Some thought it was going to end in 2 years or in 1 year or in 3 years, but did not know that the race is not for the swift, but the race is for those who can depend on God. And that is why at this time in this revolution, we can only but depend on those who have patience, who trust in the Almighty God to deliver to them what He has originally intended for them. Those who do not have patience cannot achieve anything in life. In this world that everything looks too fast, we have fast food from microwave, fast food from fast food restaurants, fast messages from internet, fast meals, fast gratification. Patience is really, really lacking in our world today. Yet, it is from that point of view that we have come to encourage Ambazonians that if you were one that was involved in this revolution before and you ran out of your patience and you gave up on the way, come back to the fold and let's stand together and fight to the end. And we will not blame you, because the grace to endure are different. The grace to fight through to the end are different. There are some people who are fast runners, who are sprinters. You cannot take a sprinter and you put him to run a marathon. He will not succeed. Neither can you take somebody who runs a marathon and give him to run a sprint, means 100 meters. He will not succeed. So everyone have their calling. And therefore, those who are following the way, we don't blame you. We only but can say that you were a sprinter. You don't have the resilience of what it takes to run through the marathon to the end. And therefore, don't start by the side. Support those who are running the marathon so that they can run and win for you, for us all. Fellow Ambazonians, today is a very remarkable day. A remarkable day in the history of our Ambazonian quest for freedom. Today is the 1st of September, a month that is pregnant with so many adventures, a month that is pregnant with so many deliveries. What is the significance of the 9 months for the human race? The 9 months is the month of delivery. The 9 months is the month of giving birth. The 9 months is the month of pushing for the baby. The 9 months is the month of bringing forth what God has intended. And that is why the Lord was encouraging us in the scripture I just read. He said, before Zion shall travail, he bring forth her baby. And before the labor pain will come, the baby was born. God is telling Amazonians, you have been through your pain. You have been through your pregnancy. You have been through your pain. You have been through your labor. But sooner than later, the nation Amazonia shall be born. And the Lord is asking you, who is faithless, who is almost giving up. He says, shall I, the Lord, bring a pregnant woman to a place of birth and shut her womb? No. The Lord says, I will not do that. And he goes ahead to say, is a nation built in a day? He says a nation is not built in a day. A business is not built in a day. A career is not built in a day. Those who are medical doctors today, it took them 4 to 6 years, some of them 12 years, to become the specialist that they are. You are enjoying their expertise because of the labor of patience that they put in. But why are you so in a hurry to see the Amazonian quest of freedom come so quick when you know a nation cannot be built in a day? As Rome, as is often said, Rome was not built in a day. Amazonia will not be built in a hurry. We, the resilient ones, will stand still and tell the Republic, you think that we're going to quit. You think we're going to give up. We are not of that generation that give up. We are of that generation that is tenacious, that never quit, that don't throw in the towel. We stand strong, believing in the Almighty God, that he who brought us this far will see us through to the end, and freedom shall at last come to the people of Amazonia. Therefore, fellow Amazonians, as I round up this monologue, I charge every one of you, from our fighters to every Amazonian, boy and girl, father, mother, grandpa, grandma, who had entered the revolution and thought it was going to end in a day or two, thought it was going to end in 1 month or 1 year, thought it was going to end in 2 years or 4 years. We are entering the 9th year of this revolution. I want to tell you, come back and stand strong and stand still and see the great future which the Lord has for us. The Lord says, I should tell you these last scriptures. I know the plans I have for you, Amazonians. That is in Jeremiah 29:11. I know the plans I have for you, Amazonia, plans of good and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Therefore, don't quit. Therefore, don't give up. My patience is not a sign of weakness. I am patient with the oppressor, giving them a long rope to draw. Yet, if they abuse it, I will teach them the lesson of my life, the lesson of their life, says the Lord. Therefore, Amazonians, stand strong, be still, and see this great salvation which the Lord God shall bring to us. For the La Republic that you see today, you shall see them no more again forever. God bless you. Thank you for always committing yourself to be with us on the program, The Awareness. And right now, I will be inviting my guests into the studio. If technicians are ready, you can bring our guests into the studio today as we continue in the program. Once again, it has always been a pleasure to have you, Ma Dorothy, Paul. What a fantastic show yesterday. God bless you, always coming up on the air to give hope again for our people. Ma Dorothy, it's always a pleasure to have you. Let me start with you greeting the people. Ma Dorothy, they say lady before gentlemen. So you can greet the people from Amazonia. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Pastor Victor. Good to see you again, Comrade Paul. We are at it. We will not give up. Fellow Amazonians, I just want to greet you all and to thank you for your resilience. Our resilience is our only hope. Thank you so much, our fighters, our civilians. Thank you so much. Even the prisoners, thank you so much for holding on, for not giving up. The refugees, Amazonians in the diaspora, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Because we have our future in our minds, that is why we are resisting. We don't have a future with La Republique. There is no future for us if we're still in La Republique, with La Republique. We'll be talking some more. Thank you, Pastor Victor.
Thank you, Ma Dorothy. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show. Comrade Paul, you are welcome, and thank you for yesterday's program. God bless you. You can greet the people of Amazonia.
Thank you very much, Pastor Victor. Thank you, greetings, Ma Doro. Greetings, fellow Amazonian. That it's always a lot for Una today. Last week I was not there. situations and conditions we are not be fit control. I dey throw salute back home for we papa, we mama them, and brothers and sisters them. We picking them back home for home front. I dey throw special salute for we defenders of justice. Yes, I know we only call them say Ambazonia State Army because we get so other soldiers, we get other fighters the way they also defend homeland. We they know the answer that name says State Army. So I dey throw salute for now, like the Unity Warrior them for Bui. We also get the Special Force for Bezam, and we also get I think some forces them for Fako and Fako Ngokutunja and I think Boyo. So I dey throw a special salute for now. Thank you, Pastor Victor, for your insight. There is one thing that we dream of, that in a free homeland, a free Amazonian. And it taste we for tongue, it taste we for mouth, now more than ever before. You know, as the movement, as it go every day, the taste it become more better. You know why? Because the bad seed, they pick out the bad seed that they fall down on them on their own, and some other bad seed then they will they help them when we expose some of these bad seed them that they fall out, that they go down. So it make the revolution, it get that taste every day. You see, one of the issues of this revolution, Pastor Victor, na consistency. I feel talk say we on this platform from the time we are know we. It is not this consistency. No, you know not an allegiance to anybody. This consistency it arise now from we allegiance to the flag, to the people of Ambazonia.
Nation of Ambazonia, indeed.
To the point where if anybody make mistake, if anybody they go astray, I get right for tell that person say you go astray, you did make mistake without mincing well, without even blinking. I will tell you so you did make mistake because I not be alleged to you. So my consistency, our consistency what we do for year, not to the Ambazonia people. Not to the Ambazonia people. Now, why don't you see some people for like, for example, you see some people for government where they don't even worse past CPD and militant. Each time you want to, now you want to destroy our government, not talk about our government, not talk against our government. It will be a difference with CPDN. So we are consistent in talking about Ambazonia. We are consistent in the fight for freedom, for justice, for our homeland. Let Ambazonians take note today. This is what we pay our allegiance to this flag. To this flag, not to any individual. No. We gather as a group so that we can be stronger. We gather as a group, like they say, united, we stand. United, we are stronger. We gather today as friends of Ambazonia to fight for a cause that some individuals want to derail. So we pay our allegiance to the flag. We talk Ambazonia. We don't talk individuals. We don't talk people. So I want to hail us in this platform today for this resilience, for this consistency. When you see evil, you say this is evil. And talk what is right. Pastor Victor, as we move ahead, I think we are going to really expatiate on so many different aspects today in the program. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Comrade Paul. You see, sometimes you just say something that moved my spirit, and I have to confess this. Sometimes even up to an hour to the program, I don't even know what I'm going to share on my monologue. Like this just came into my spirit about 10 minutes ago, and I prepared this because it is out of inspiration. You want to say things that will inspire the people, and you can't do that without God Himself inspiring you. And it was 10 minutes ago, the Lord is saying, speak to the people about patience. There are many people in this revolution who came in thinking that the revolution was going to end in a day or in 2, or in 1 month, or in 10 months, or in 2-3 years, like some of them were anticipating. And because of that, many of them are falling away. But I should encourage the people that if you were one of those, come back. We don't condemn you. It's just because you don't have the ability to stand strong. Those who have the ability to resist and run the marathon, support them from the behind the scene. Don't go condemning them. Don't go and try to, because compromise, anybody who has been compromised, is just because he waited so long. According to his patience, he could not wait anymore. Because if you look at the march that we went out on the 27th of September and declare our freedom, the people came out, grandmas everywhere, all over Ambazonia. If you voted, if you said let's vote for freedom, well, in fact, not say if you voted, that was already a vote for the people of Ambazonia's freedom. Without even saying that let's vote, that was the vote. People came out because they needed freedom. But along the line, since some people are weak ones, some people cannot resist the temptation of corruption, some people cannot resist just to stand strong for a long time in suffering, they gave up. But the Lord is saying a nation is not built in a day. Rome was not built in a day. Corn does not grow the same day you plant it, nor a pear tree. So everything you must exercise patience. So Ambazonian people, exercise patience. Exercise patience. I'm sorry that Paul, we are echoing on this very much. It's not even a part of our program today. This is just the inspiration of it all. But on our program today, we're going to be beginning with the video that we saw one of our brothers, what I say from Momo. I was trying to listen to him very well. They say he's from Momo somewhere from my county. I don't know where in Momo, but there's a guy that we believe Atanganji sent him to Bamenda to try the waters to see whether election will take place in Bamenda. If the studio have that video, we would like to play that video before we talk about it, because we are vehemently standing and telling the people of Ambazonia, in the whole national territory of Ambazonia, there shall be no elections. All these things that Atanganji came to try the waters, our state army, including all other armies, should not blink. That's how Atanganji tried the waters, by exiling Kamto out of the elections. The people made empty noise for one day and the whole thing ended there. And now they know that, okay, taking Kamto out totally was something to be done. When they were when they made the propaganda to send Kamto out, that was not their intention. They were trying to try what will happen. But because they are only noisemakers in La Republic, they made noise for one day. If the Kamto's people had shut down Douala, shut down Yaoundé, they would have reversed that law. But they tried that by sending this, our brother, to Bamenda. If the video is ready, let them play it before we comment on that video, to tell the people of Ambazonia no elections.
Ateki Seta Carson, one of the 12 presidential candidates for the October 12 presidential elections, has on Saturday, August 23, 2025, made a triumphant entry into Bamenda, chieftain of the Northwest region. The first presidential candidate to step his feet into the Northwest region since the publication of the list of candidates by Elecam was received at the entrance into Bamenda by bike riders who escorted him around the town of Bamenda, passing through Maiwan Junction, the custom junction. Finance Junction, with a stop at Mobinkwen, where he addressed the population.
But I've been looking for this place, Bamenda. I've been looking for this ground. I said I'm not looking for any other place before I start anything. And so I say make us salute una. Everybody for Bamenda. Now when I begin this, make una support me. Make we take this thing. We finish our problem. Let me song. Let's go.
From here, the 39-year-old presidential hopeful convoy passed through Ghana Street, Ngeng Junction, Veterinary Junction, Sona Street to City Kemes roundabout. Here he experienced the bad nature of the roads in Bamenda. At City Kemes, Ateki Seta Caxton took a walk through Commercial Avenue, passing through the main market. Here he was cheered by his supporters who desire to see him take over the country. Ateki Seta Caxton hails from Momo Division, Northwest Region. He hopes to be the third president of the Republic of Cameroon after October 12, 2025.
Oh my God. Oh, thank you, studio. Thank you, studio. That was, I said, is this not a laughable matter? You know, when you see stuff like this, you can just see scam right from the front of everything. I don't want to talk a lot. Madoti, what's that take on this kind of a joke? Well,
It's really a joke. It's really a joke. I know they need a video. They need a video like this to take to the United Nations to say that their elections are fair and
okay. I see your
that
point.
is what they need. They need this video for. And I believe that all those bike riders that you see, they're all from Bunda. They will pretend as if most of them there are La Republica Francophones. Because
Right.
no genuine Ambazonian, apart from the CPDM and the crumb eaters and those who have been bribed, will be out there supporting such a thing, knowing that they have no future with La Republique. Ambazonian Southern Cameroons have no future with La Republique. And anything that we do in common, as I always say, is sending out the wrong message. It's sending out the wrong message. I don't, even the guy, if you look at him, even his supporters say that we together enjoy our own Cameroon. So it's all
That
about
is it.
money.
Yes.
It's all about
yes.
money. He did not
Right.
say anything. He didn't say anything about what he's planning to do to turn the country around. Nothing that
Nothing.
will
No
interest
manifesto.
he is in Bamenda. He said nothing about what he would do to the Bamenda people. It is just a joke. It's just that La Republique, they need this video to continue deceiving the international community. And I was surprised that our fighters, nobody showed up to even disrupt. They should have disrupted it. This should not be allowed in Ambazonia. No campaign should be allowed in Ambazonia. Throw rocks, throw stones. If you don't have a gun, you don't have to be a fighter to stop them. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Mark Dorothy. No manifesto, nothing that he promises to do to the people of Bamenda. Even on walking on the bad roads, he has nothing to say. All is that his supporters are saying, it is time for us to eat our own. So let them allow us to eat our own money. A joker of first category. You see, I will not even blame our fighters, Mark Dorothy, because it's a waste of time, even going to waste a bullet or waste your time on such a person. But, you know, if they had told you that one of these so big clown like, say, maybe Akiramuna or Atanganji, or is it Pastor Ambe, some of the people that have been making noise. This is a known name. Nobody who even know the name. They say Ateka sin, whatever. It's a known name. So why are you going to even allow our brothers to go and be wasting their time? From a Paul, your take on that, my brother.
Let me talk about pidgin. That one clown no. Now the first purpose they just send it for Bamenda because they know it's an Bamenda picking, so may they send and make it go test the environment how it be. Whether they go welcome me, drive you, or they go send you away. Now the first and the most important aspect that why they even include it for that list now for using like just a pound, something where you go like a bait. Say if we use it for catch fish. All in all, that one not even this particular aspect don't not to even get to talk about that. No, it's not a serious man. That one not it's just a clown. Who know it? Even the political if for political circle, no man don't know if you I mean I did not get social media presence, nothing. It's just a random pick from French Cameroon government to distract their electorates and they so but like we talk anything with the internet Amazon, again for be careful. Mr. Man, you dey work you if something happen for you for inside, then na for war. But men na war zone, Amazonia as a whole na war zone. You dey tonton we are few 2 or 3,000 wey they don't give put am for your pocket. If something happen for you, go talk say wetin. So please, Pastor Victor, like say this one are just a clown. For me, I just conclude saying a big clown, a big clown because I know if you understand, who say even come on first? Now the who say he come on? Where he can't say they can't do it, they can't make campaign. Which campaign for waiting? So now they treat us in that way. I mean, we know how to manage situations like that, but let's look into more serious issue because they one are just a clown where the son American done. See how people go react. Then go they really want it. Yeah, they really want that they come for back. They really want that they come for back. They're just telling us they can see what I see the tonton. Yeah, what I see the tonton so one gun they go shoot one gun for air so that more know what will come. We will for back will come or not.
That is it.
So we don't tonton they know hear gun, the feel with the sleep. More una come for campaign, una go see we. That one don't come, they don't tonton. Una never hear gun. Una come.
Yes, it
Why
talks
don't
say
you
come
want
for
to add
Momo.
something there?
Yes, he said that he's from Momo. Let us not forget that at the beginning of this thing, Ayabacho said that he was from Momo. So I don't even believe that he's a Momo. I don't know what his parents, which place in Momo. Ayabacho started by saying that he was from Momo. Now this one is saying that he's from Momo. When you go and find out, you see that he's not from Momo.
No, Madoti, whether from Momo or
It's
not,
really pathetic.
whether he's from Momo or not from Momo, fellow Amazonians, what we are telling people here is that was a joke. That was a joke. And I think they were trying to try the waters like the public government tried the waters to Kamto. And when they did nothing, they finally tried to say, okay, let's take Kamto out. It may have worked in that side. But one who won La Republican attack that is not going to work here. It's not going to work here. The fact that our boys were quiet because a no name, that boy maybe is the face 39 years old or whatever. Maybe he has his wife with 2 children or 3 children, whatever. If, like Paul is saying, if something happened to today, who will take care of your family, my brother?
Yeah, that is it.
Why are you looking for cheap money? If you had a career, go and pursue your career. This is not for you. If people like Nijo Fundi could not make it in this horror and this wicked regime called a republic government, is it you? Well, they have sent you because maybe they have small 300,000 for you, and you thought that you could take that risk to take that 300,000. One will say that let nobody that is a mega name look at that and try to come out. We are warning every Amazonian, whether you are from any part of Amazonia, don't come to Bamenda for no campaign. There is no elections in the entire Amazonia. So let this come as a warning. Because what has happened, this is our brother. You may say, he went to Bamenda, what happened? Don't worry. Nothing happened because nobody know him. You that we know you. Come now. So
that's right.
Victor, that man is a clown, master. He's a clown.
He's a clown. It's a good story. It's a good story. Yeah. We just wanted to bring it out and echo so that Amazonians know that we observe something passing like that. It's not like we didn't see it. So, but one will let the Republic government know that we know their trick. They're trying the waters. The waters will be really turbulent when any of these big sharks come into Bamenda. They will know that small crayfish they send them. You don't be careful. Tell them how water inside Bamenda. Let me talk that while I'm preaching. In the line with the elections, also, Madaroti, last time we heard our chiefs and funds went to give their support to Paul Biya that they did not see. I know we've talked this story a couple of weeks now, but what I want us to tie from this story is that I heard that they contributed 250 million. Wow. 250 million by the chiefs and the funds of Northwest to support Paul Biya.
Big wins. Elites.
From the big elites. Now, the question I want to ask is, 250 million could have tarred the whole city of Bamenda.
Let's see the newspaper. Let's see it.
People are dying. They have never said anything or done anything to help the situation in Bamenda. They have never done anything to help our people. But the chiefs of Northwest and the big elites could raise 250 million to give again back to Paul Biya. I don't know. Madoti, what is your take on it? Is this a child's play? Is this some guy of Gongo giving the money to come and give back or what? Does it make any sense?
Well, I don't care whether the money was recycled or not. What I see here is people who are so selfish, so insensitive to the needs of their people. They went and gave their birthright. They went all the way to Yaoundé, handed over the authority over the people to Ngongo. Now that was not enough. They came and sat together and mobilized to raise 250 million francs. When the Bamenda market is full of potholes, I mean, I don't think they ever repaired that market after that fire some years back to its fullest capacity. We look at the roads. We look at how dirty the streets are. The common man is suffering. They don't see the common man. They don't see the needs of the people. Then they gather money and then to go and give to somebody who is killing you. This I don't just understand the mentality of some people. I don't get it. Those who think that our solution is being with La République, I don't get it. How is it going to be? How is it going to be? La République they have an assimilation agenda that they have made it public. It is well known that they are out to assimilate you people. And then you are gathering money to give them to fasten the assimilation? What is the rationale behind this? I don't get it. Over to you, Pastor Victor.
Madoroti, it makes no sense that there are no street lights in Bamenda. There's no good roads in Bamenda. Okay, let's not even say Bamenda. The villages these people come from, some of them don't have pipe-borne drinking water. Some of them don't have electricity. Some of them have nothing. Yet they raise 250 million. Is it a recycling that Ngongo give them the money to pretend that they are supporting and that you come and give and they write on paper like that? And to make a propaganda? Or is it really that they have their own money that they raised out of the money that Biya has been giving them? They came together and raised 250 million to give back to the bank that is giving them money. No, the bank is for Biya giving them money on Ngongo. Now, the bank has billion. They go and raise a small treated 200 million to come and give them again. Does that make sense when your people are suffering? Congress Paul wants to take my brother. Because this doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, thank you, Pastor Victor. I see two probabilities here. One probability is that the CPDM, they are just writing that for propaganda. Maybe to hurt some people and to make some people happy. One, CPDM propaganda. That you see the Bamenda people, they have raised, their big wins have gathered, they have raised 250 million. That's the first probability. And the second probability might be that, yeah, actually, these people, because they are craving for support, because they want to belong, they have to sit and raise this amount of money and say, okay, Mr. Bia, this is our own share. It means after the election, you still remember us, you still keep us in your good books. You will not persecute us, you will not go after us. We are still with you. But when I use the first probability of that, it's a government propaganda. That maybe these people would not have raised this amount, but the government says, yeah, you see, they want to use it now to capture other places. For example, they might want to use it to capture, let me put in quote, Southwest. They want to capture West. They want to capture Littoral. They want to say, okay, say, you see what Bamenda has raised. It means we expect more. If a war-torn zone raises 250 million, it means you have to raise at least 500 million. So maybe they want to use it as a challenge. That's why they start with this Northwest region. Let me put it, Northwest in quote. It's an Amazonian territory which they have been infiltrated. So I just want us, I'm using the term Northwest for us to do what? To understand what I'm trying to say. Why begin with the Northwest? Which is the boiling pot of the resistance. Does it not read anything in your mind, Pastor Victor? Does it not tell you something? That is a strategy that the government is putting in place, the La Republique is trying to put in place, maybe to lure other regions into. So there is something else which I'm still trying to figure out. Since morning that I read this thing, it's like, are these people serious? Most of them, they call themselves big wins. They have not been in their villages. They have not been in their constituency for the past 8 years. Most of them live in their own day. These contributions are done in their own day. They are not done in Bamenda. They are not done in Bamenda. They sit in their own day. They plan everything in the name of Bamenda. They sit and they plan. They make all their things. There are so many funds, so many chiefs who are funds from Bamenda who are still in Yaoundé. They cannot go back to their villages. But yet you hear they tell the world that there's peace and normalcy. I've just seen one video this evening which has made me go mad. Where I saw the Tumbong Chamberlain, the colonial SDO for Kumba is somewhere in Ekumbe, cleaning places that they are preparing for school resumption. I said, look, what a cacophony. So coming back to these big wins of the Northwest, it's a strategy by the colonial regime of French Cameroon. It's a strategy. But to another point, it's a very shameful thing that we have never heard these same big wins come together and say, let us help. We have raised 250 million to support all our IDPs, to support all our internal displaced, to support all of our refugees who are in Yaoundé. You will never see. It's unheard of. They are claiming that we are approaching school resumption. We have not seen these same big wins coming together and say, okay, let us sponsor at least 500 internally displaced. Those who have lost those who are vulnerable. We have not seen them. Only for us to wake up one morning, we say they have raised 250 million to give to Mr. Paul Biya. I mean, is that, think if those people, they are normal. You are supporting a government while your own people are dying, persecuted and killed by this same government you are supporting. So there is a lot more than me and you see on that paper. Pastor Victor, there is a lot. Raising 250 at this time. which we know how difficult Cameroon is. La République, their financial body, how it is at the moment. So it could be a propaganda that no money has exchanged, but they just want to danger to see how people will react. On this platform, we react very bitterly. On this platform, we react very bitterly. We condemn such amount raised to sponsor a genocidal regime to kill your own people. It's a shame, Pastor Victor. Thank you.
On them. Thank you, Comrade Paul. We have a caller on the line
Let me ask.
who wants to weigh in on this. Minority, let's take this caller before you come back on. Caller, please, you can talk now. You want to weigh in on no elections and the contribution of 250 million by the chiefs. What is your take on that, please, caller?
Yeah, thank you very much, Pastor Victor. Can you hear me?
Very clearly, 5 on 5.
Greetings, fellow comrades. My Igwe, Comrade Paul, fireman. Thank you very much. My big sister, Ma Dorothy. Thank you very much. And our only able Reverend Dr. Mba, thank you for making out this Monday awareness program every day. Really, it is really an awareness program. It's a sensitization program. It is a come and let's hear together, come and let's know the truth about Amazonia, what is going on. Actually, it is really a shame and a disgrace for the custodians of law, custodians of customs, traditions of the people to go out there to sell themselves very cheaply. Since we were children, they made the president of the Republic to Cameroon Paul Biya fond of funds. He never came back even to come and say, let me see my funds that gave me this very high position. What a cacophonic situation, as our brother just said. They went to Yaoundé, they did not even see a human being. They gave them a carving wood. A carving wood representing what kind of a shame and a disgrace? What kind of a history are they representing on their people, the people of Northern Zone? I will not call it Northwest because we are of no axis of the geographical location of anything. We are of the Northern Zone. So these are things, these are fast that they are doing and disgracing the people of high tradition, high customs, people who respect their funds. We see how they have gone ahead, greeting women with their hands. When they come back home, they will tell their wives to bend down and make them bear and be clapping 3 times. I don't know whom they are deceiving. But you go on public television, you don't exhibit your culture. I don't know whether you see other royalties in other places, how they do it, and how do you keep your own tradition and pass it down to your people. Coming to the election, most of them have gone there and sold themselves into the CPDM electoral committee or committee members. Is it because of the brown envelope they send to them every month? They take, they eat, they drink, some of them they stay in Yaoundé. Is that who is pouring libation on their shares at home when they are parading themselves on the streets of Yaoundé? But let's face the truth. This election is coming. All of them, they are going to be targets. They are going to be targets. By the time the cat will miss to catch the rat, that is that time they will know what to do. They have deceived themselves. Look at the way the Northern Zone is. They have deceived and given them one road. They are happy that they have one of the best roads in the country, Yaoundé to Bamenda. What is in Bamenda? Look at the houses that they have destroyed from Finance Junction, going to every places. Have they paid? Have they compensated the people? No. Have they tied any road going anywhere? No. Have they tied the ring road that can link you from all the places that they did? No. Have they done it for you people? No. All these years they keep deceiving you people. Every day they came and tell you they have to do this until they have half our funds They have now become their servants. They are petting their heads. But what we are saying here is that to the people of Northern Zone, you have only 3 funds. The one that is in Seoul, that he himself to Papa Ayi that time when he said the fund, the palace was not Papa Ayi, president, went to his palace. The one in those are people. Even after Afonso was taken and went to America, Afua came back. They brought Afua back because why? Those as for all of these other ones, you know that they are not funds, they are chiefs. They are overheads. That's just the of the cacophonic banana republic and transform the funds to be collecting brown envelope every month. You see them go and be carrying a wooden stick, for a representation, and they say they have 250. Where did they take it from? What is the economic power of all of the villages that they are representing that they will be able to raise
that money?
250 million to support who or what?
Right.
This is a slap on the face on the people from North. This is a slap on our face. We have to get up and stand. So we look at the people of Burkina Faso. No, they stood, and their sons and their chiefs, they have no choice. They had to stand up with them. So things that you have a chief who have not been to the village for how many years? They are parading themselves in upstation Bamenda, parading themselves on the streets of Yaoundé. They don't even know who is cooking their food, as one of the chiefs were saying during their meetings. They don't know who is cooking their food.
Right.
What a discussion. What was really complaining? They don't even have a say. They don't have a voice. The decision that they had. So please, Amazonians all over the world, this our dignity should not be sent out the truth. We have to stand up firm and fight for our country. There's no election. Southern Cameroon is an independent nation. She has her international boundaries, has her own anthem, has her own flag. And this is what we are. Your children have been fighting for the past 7 to go to 8 years now. And for any government in Southern Cameroon that is saying that they are government and they are not sitting up to talk against all these things that are going on, to talk to them, let them know that Southern Cameroon is a nation. Just like any other one, we have to stand up against any government, any persons who think that they can stand up and wipe the name of Southern Cameroon. It will not work. So what I want to just conclude here is that even the presidential candidates, those who think that they remember their grandfathers that came from Northern Zone or from Southern Zone. I see Pa Oshi. He too is standing up there. He wants to be the president. I see our big brother Akeremuna. He too is saying that he wants to let them give him 5 years. He will clean Cameroon and leave to where? Who has ever left with this present constitution that is there? If anybody who is coming to power or campaigning does not talk on that constitution to how they can revise that constitution, I'm talking for that their country, so that the people can have a better standard, have a better life. The person is not ready to be any president in that. It is a knowledge I'm trying to give them. They should talk on their constitution. They should not talk on who to come to power, because anybody that comes to power with that constitution that is there will never leave. They will continue in their banana republic. But as for Southern Cameroonians, Amazonians, please let your phones not sell you out. There is no election. There's no election. You who is going out that day that you want to go and vote. Now you sabi Because the thing where go meet all you, not to say they not be tell you. We not want anybody, but with the educate, with the sensitize, with the create awareness. Because if you continue for go volume, they give 1,000. No say that 1,000 not even buy you even 1 liter oil milk take and cook soup, it go finish. If they give you bread and sardine, you go chop them nana before you want reach house hungry go down hold you. Then for another 7 years, now how you want take do? So I beg people for Southern Cameroons, we not get election.
Thank you.
I thank you, Nana Marriage, to talk this one.
Thank you, Marisha. God bless you. Thanks for calling in to the show today. I hope to see you live on the show next week. God bless you. Thanks for calling. Madoti, you wanted to add something about that, about this?
Yes,
Yes.
that newspaper.
Go ahead.
Rachel just said what I wanted to say, because I noticed on that newspaper, Akeremuna saying that they should just give him 5 years. I'm like, is this guy serious? 5 years. Who knows you? Who knows you? But besides the name Muna, what else? What else have you done that the country can say, yes, this guy can say what he can do, what he's saying? Take away that name Muna. Who knows you? That is why you are not a threat to La Republique. That is why you were not knocked out of the list. You were not knocked out of the list. And that paper, I might be wrong, La Republique, they must have had many people asking them, you people are only talking normalcy, but the Northwest is still a challenge to you people. So these are things that the evidences that they are gathering to go and tell them that no, the Northwest is we have subdued the Northwest, starting with the chiefs giving them the rights, then the campaign, and then the newspaper showing money that has been contributed, no other candidates. So whatever it is, I just want to say this is laughable. Laughable. Keremuna, just go and
Thank you,
rest.
Madoroti.
Rest.
Madoti, you prepare with that write-up of our brother. After I do this comment, we'll call you up to say something about that write-up, then Paul will comment. Now, you said something which I want to really comment on, that La Republic is trying to gather information to take to the United Nations. One of the things that La Republic has failed to know throughout all these years is that the United Nations has its own people on the ground, giving America on the ground, giving them facts. Britain, Germany, they have people on the ground giving them the facts. So when you gather false information like that, you're disgracing yourself the more, because you are making a fool of yourself. That's how you make a fool of yourself. Last time I went and gathered some few non-recognized white people from Atlanta or from where, and brought to come and say they were to come and monitor your elections, that they came from whatever. And the people at the end were disgraced, because there are also some hungry white people here that don't know their left and right, and they just went come and corrupted them to come and accept that they were monitoring elections. And when they finally discovered that they were not from I don't know which organization they said they were from, but they discovered that they were not from there, they were made ashamed. So what we are saying is to La Republic, you may try the waters in Bamenda as you want. There are fact-finding missions from different countries, from the United Nations, right in Bamenda, that know the truth that you don't control Bamenda. That know the truth that when the boys in Bamenda say the country is shut down, it's shut down. So why are you deceiving yourself all the time? And you are making a fool of yourself all the time, because you don't even know that United Nations or Britain or France or Germany, America have its own investigators on the ground to tell them the truth about what's happening in Amazonia. Why are you making a fool of yourself? So Madoti, you were telling me about a write-up by one of our congrats in jail. Who is that again? And then can you say something about that write-up, please? I don't have that newspaper.
Right. The technical team, can you project it? Then I can say something about it. It was Technical team, you can take it on. Let me say what I got from here.
Well, you can talk why the thing is on the screen. I don't think it's a problem,
Okay, from his write-up, I gathered some few points. First, he said that he started by saying that it is with a heavy heart, bearing the weight of our history, and the spirit burning for the future of our children. If you hear somebody burning for the future of our children, you know that he's not a federalist, because federalists don't care about the future of our children. You know that he's not a unionist. You know that he is a bona fide, genuine Southern Cameroonian who knows the history, who knows the truth. Unlike many the federalists who know the truth, they know the history, they know the law, yet they are saying that the solution is still with La Republique. And then he went further to say that if we think that we are going to get justice within the La Republique system, it is an illusion. He put it there that a dangerous illusion. It is tantamount to a compromise, because it will never happen. There will be no justice within the system of La Republique. So if anybody stands and is campaigning or saying that they should give him time as president, he can do anything different, it is a joke. It is a joke, Ambazonians. This write-up is very inspirational. It is very encouraging. This is the mindset that Ambazonians should have. This is the mindset that Ambazonians should have. Based on facts, based on history, it is an illusion. We will never see justice within La Republique. There is nothing that you can do to change or to even slow down the assimilation of Ambazonians. Biya has made it clear their agenda is to assimilate, and he is assimilating. He has not stopped. All the cry, all the demonstration, all the petitions, the guy is on course. He is focused on the assimilation. So for somebody to come and say that you can put a hold is just a joke. And then he said that this should be about choosing a future for Southern Cameroons. The future for Southern Cameroon is not in elections. Hello, lawyers and the elites. The future for Southern Cameroon is not in elections. It's not. This is somebody who is in jail, in chains, talking. And then we who are free, we are instead burying our people, burying the future of our children. And then he made this, he asked this question to those who believe in doing things with La Republique, in staying within the system of La Republique. He said to those who benefit from the crumbs of La Republique table, is your temporary comfort worth the price, the price of your people's future? Your whatever La Republique gives you, whatever you are benefiting from La Republique is temporal. Is it worth the future of your people? Is it worth the future of your people? Those of you who are happy, clamoring to stay with La Republique, is it worth it? Whatever the La Republique is giving you, is it going to be permanent? It will not be permanent. Why don't you fight for permanent peace, permanent justice? That is what I got from this Comrade T. Conrad. I really want to congratulate him and to really thank him for the courage. He's in Kondengi. He's in Kondengi. And he wrote this and sent it out. And
Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you, studio.
not give up.
What is your take on that? The Congress very well, but it says his name is T. Congrad, who is writing from Kondengi jails.
Yeah, see, it's Conrad. It's was one of those very vocal when the revolution started and he was arrested, he was very vocal. He had his presence and mark everywhere on social media. But you know, as time goes on, so many circumstances, they are silent. But coming out with that notepad, he has his own focus. You know, being in captivity, after 5 years, he will no longer have the same line of thought. He maybe like he has evolved. He has evolved. He has evolved. But notes like this, I think for me, it's not something that we have to labor too much on a note like that. Sometimes we say, well, thank you for still learning your voice, for still being there in captivity. After 5 years, you are still able to state a fact, to state something. Look, every Ambazonian has to be inspired by what we have gone through. See, it puzzles me when some people at one point they want to give up. They want to say, no, it's enough. Maybe due to one or two reasons. It puzzles me. When I read a letter like that and I look at a young man whose future, whose destiny has been put on hold by an evil and demonic regime,
Right.
it gives me every will to fight. It gives me every reason to fight, to keep on fighting. I don't want to look at the letter. I want to look at the life. I want to look at a destiny. Do you know what that young man would have been doing by now? Do you know the amount of life he would have touched by now? Do you know the impact he would have, the impact that he would have had on the community? And why not the world? But because of a legitimate cause, you carry him and you put him in prison. Then me, I am in the free world. And you want me to sit quiet? You want me to close my mouth? You want me not to advocate? I don't look at the content of the letter. I look at the life of the writer. As an Ambazonian, as a bona fide Ambazonian, dying in the dungeons of La Republique, under chain, because most of them have been given life sentences. Because of what? Because for their fight for justice. Pastor Victor, it gives me and you every right.
Indeed.
To fight till we raise that flag and Bongo Square. And to those who think they can use, yeah.
Now that's why I want to say that you see me sometimes I pray, and sometimes I get too angry in my spirit that I pray that if there be anybody that we are talking together in the afternoon, and then they go and tell the Republic in the night to destroy the revolution, let them be a curse. Because when you look at lives of people like this being wasted in jail, it's not only the Mancho BBC and the many others, the Naira 10, those are lives of our people being wasted. How many lives are wasted in Nigeria, in refugee camps? How many lives are wasted in sleeping in the streets of Douala? Our children given to harlotting because they want to survive. Yet you sit in a place of authority and you collect money to destroy the revolution. That what should happen to our people? That they should perish? It baffles me, and that's why you see me pray those kind of harsh prayers, because I am burdened with what is the future for our next generation and for our children's children and for even those of our age group. Some of them that are held in the, I think Patterson may be my age or a little bit older than me, but hey, all of us in the 50s, what's the future for those of them in jail there? Those are young people. You see, yet somebody will sit here and want to destroy the revolution, compromise with the Republic for one reason or the other. It is unheard of. That is why we cannot bend. We cannot bend. Madoti, you want to add something before we take that, video of the lawyers? Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to add, Comrade Paul, no, it is very important. This is a voice. Just as we are playing Goji Dinka them and all what they said, this is a voice at this time. He is a journalist that was arrested. This is a journalist. His write-ups will resonate, especially with the youth who are researching, trying to understand the history of this struggle. A write-up like his will help to direct the youths, the Ambazonians. All of us are angry with people who have been locked up, people who have been refused their right to self-determination. We are frustrated, but that is not what will cause Ambazonians to rise up like somebody writing the truth here, a journalist writing the truth. There are some truths that need to resonate, that they need to be repeated over and over.
I don't think
Yes.
Paul was underestimating the writer. I think he was just saying that even just being in jail and still writing is something to be applauded. You see, where he was not underestimating what the guy wrote, but just appreciating the fact that somebody can even be in jail and still write and still be advocating for the truth. Meanwhile, there are people out here who are afraid to even speak, who have collected money to destroy the revolution. That is what is paining us, you know. But let's take that last story of.
Let me, Pastor Victor. Let me try to. I don't know, just like what Pastor Victor said. I will not. I don't want to use the content of what I want to use the writer. I was just trying to provoke my spirit with what La Republique has done to the writer, a young life. A young man, he was a film director, what? He had a lot of vision, he had a lot of, I don't know what, capacity to do what he was doing.
Vision, dreams for the future.
Yeah, things like that. And caught shot by La Republique, dying in that dungeon. And the painful part, I want to relate with those who are in the diaspora, who have turned the revolution into a WhatsApp forum, who have turned the revolution into my room affair.
Or a money-making business.
That young man is in the prison. He cannot go out, but he can write. But you are in the free world. You are even worse than him that is in the prison. Is that not a shame? Say, Conrad, we will continue to fight for you. We will continue to resonate your voice to the people of Ambazonia.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Studio, let's take that last video of the lawyers going to the governor's office in Boyaka.
Southwest Governor's Office, Tuesday, August 19, 2025. This file in his hand has as content a petition to President Paul Biya.
Yes, we came to the governor's office today because lawyers in the Southwest and Northwest region put up a petition to the head of state against the implementation of certain provisions of a recent decree to organize the profession of notaries.
Gentlemen, you can take this. Representing the president of the Cameroon Bar Association, Barrister Kia Emmanuel, took the Anglophone lawyers to the Southwest Governor's Office for a stop on what they have termed an attempt to puncture the identity of the common law lawyers. They say the July 16th presidential decree indicating that notaries will henceforth be appointed west of the Mongo is a clear attempt to erode the common law lawyer status.
The practice of the notary by Anglophone lawyers is part of our legal culture, it's part of our legal identity. And we believe that being part of our legal identity, it is unfair, it's unjust, it's prejudicial to us if we are deprived, especially with the guarantees of special status under the Constitution.
The lawyers were received by Governor Bernard Okalia-Bilai, what came as the government measure to harmonize the practice of notaries across the country is now seen by these Anglophone lawyers as assimilation.
In this case, we believe that it is an assimilation process, not a process of harmonization, because you cannot harmonize things that are unharmonizable. And we think that the head of state has been ill-advised, and we believe that he will take the necessary decision.
Their dissatisfaction has been registered, no doubt. What next will largely depend on President Paul Biya's reaction after this common law lawyer's reaction to the president's initial action of July 16, 2025.
Dorothy, I pick up some few things there. Before we talk about the weakness, let's talk about the strength of what they are fighting for. They said they are fighting for the fact that a law has been passed that notaries will not be appointed by the government, by the president. No more a normal practice for every registered or qualified lawyer. And so for them, this is a process of assimilation. Now, what is your take about what they are fighting for? Let's see the good part about what they are fighting for before we come to ask them why now, when they had so thank you.
I don't see any good part in it. There is nothing good about it. These are the bunch of lawyers who went on the street to start this revolution, this struggle. They started it, and they made demands as they are making demands now. Biya told them that when you people will be hungry, you go back to your job. And they did. They went back to the job because they were hungry. Now, they are coming again to the same government. What are you asking? What did they say? What did they want? What a joke. It's embarrassing that these are lawyers. These are lawyers hoping to... The fun is that they say that this is really assimilation, as if Biya didn't say it himself. In 2019, at the Mo Ibrahim Peace Conference, Biya said it, that they were out to assimilate. And since it has failed, he's turned to military, the military option. And then now you are telling somebody who is determined to assimilate, you say, no, don't assimilate, it is not fair. In assimilation, that word fairness is not there. That word justice is not there. That word inconsiderate is not there. I don't know where these lawyers are from.
But Okomepo is laughable that the same lawyers whose robes were robbed and their wigs rubbed in the mud in Boya, and they stood up that they want a free country, finally gave up on the way. And this delegation, I didn't even see Agbobala there. I would have loved to see Barrister Bala there.
No, I saw him. I saw him seated.
Okay, I didn't see Barrister Bala there because he was the one who was saying we should live in one Cameroon. Now you are crying about assimilation again because that public speech that was made there was what they came there to let the governor know. So where is Bala standing now? Are you still for one Cameroon, for God's sake? When will you learn? Okomepo, please. Let me not say everything. I don't know what's your take on this.
Leave those clowns because they're lawyer.
I'm
First of all, who is heading that delegation? Barrister Nkeya, the junior brother of Bishop Nkeya. I beg people.
Oh, I heard the name. Yes, it rhymes.
You don't ring baby it.
Right.
See, let me tell you, there are some people who have they sold their integrity to La Republique. And one of those sets are the lawyers. Because I remember the name of their Minister of Justice is what? What's the name of this man? No, the name of their Laurent Esso said when they're hungry, they will go back to the court. And it was exactly what happened. Now, today again, you are coming by legal norms, by common law, every qualified barrister or lawyer is a public notary. It means you can attest to certain you can put your stamp on certain documents like land sales contract, land sales certificate, or things like that. So by common law, every lawyer, every qualified barrister is a notary. But since by the private law or whatsoever law practiced in La Republique, it is something that is appointed. It's not in line with the common law practice. When he says it's a form of assimilation, it's like he is doubting. La Republique, like what Dorothy just said. He said we have been trying to assimilate these people, so he has been trying. And I want to tell you this: the lawyers will go out to the street again, because the president of La Republique will not heed to this their appeal. He will continue to make this appointment, and all other lawyers, he will seize, he will take that power away from them. And let me tell you, lawyers will go back on the streets again. Just wait and see. They will go back on the street. And that is what they mean. And that I'll call that one the final battle. The lawyers, they will look for sticks, because taking this right away from lawyers, that's all. See, Pastor Victor, you don't understand the implication of what Paul Biya is trying to do. You don't understand.
I wanted to comment on it. See, let me add before you finish. What?
Do you know how much they affix their stamp and sign on land sales certificates? Do you know how much you pay for a notary? Do you know you make, there are legal documents that you make from Europe, you send it back home. These lawyers, they sign, they notarize it. Do you know how much people pay for documents to be notarized? Especially, for example, sometimes there are people who make asylum applications, you write, you send it back to them, they notarize it, they affirm, they say, yes, this statement is correct, this. Do you know how much they get? Only from the diaspora. Then now you want to take it away from them. Oh God. Mr. Paul Biya, please take it away from them. Pass that law. Let the law be signed and fixed. Make the appointment. Stop. In short, let no lawyer be a notary again. So that let them see the pain that we have been going through. They will look for, they will call us in the diaspora that please send us sticks, send us seeds so that we will fight. This is the time that the lawyers will understand why we have not stopped since 2016. It is now that they will understand. And they will join us. They will be the ones even now to buy the sticks. They will call us and say, where are they selling sticks? Let us go to the field. Mr. Paul Biya, thank you for that decision. Remove all that they are notary so that they will join us to fight you. Thank you, Pastor Victor.
Please don't think that we hate you, lawyer, when we say this thing. Comrade Paul doesn't hate you, neither my Dorothy nor myself. What we are simply saying is that you need to be serious, lawyers. If you take a stand, die for that stand. This thing of flip-flopping is what we are talking against here. Because you already stood the original stand. You are the one, you are the teachers and the lawyers are the one why we are where we are today. If you did not stood up and the teachers stood up before the trade union came in, we will not be where we are. You cannot go and cause shake a bee high and then run away and then leave other people to be stung by the bee. And then you come down to shake the bee high again. We are telling you, the lawyers, if you want to be taken serious, you must be willing to die for the cause you are fighting for. You cannot just be flip-flopping like this. Another thing I want to add, Comrade Paul, from what you said. Do you know that while La Republique is trying to do this is because he wants that when our people want to buy land within our country, the La Republique notary that they will appoint will not sign your papers. But when Francophone come to buy that land, they will sign those papers and they'll be the one buying every land. And that's how they want to assimilate us. Like on the Paul have said, you people will still go out to, because if you allow this thing to happen, mean you are finished. I'm talking to the lawyers now. It means you all are finished. Forget about the money. Forget about what you get from it. But the deprivation that will deprive you from exhibiting what you are trained to do is to tell you that they're going to send their francophone people to appoint, is not to appoint you people, it's to appoint francophone to come and jurisdict over you people and signing those things and doing those notaries. And when an Anglophone will bring anything or an Amazonian will bring anything, they will put it aside. Look for their own brother that want to buy that land. And they will come, they will sign that notary for that land to be bought by their brother. And that is how they want to take our territory and take our land. So don't accept that nonsense. Whether you accept it or not, where Amazonia is already free. Because these are some of the things that when we told by Sabala and the rest, stand up for the truth. You say you want to compromise. This is where compromise will take you to. And the more you compromise, the more the devil take advantage of you. And like the public is not going to stop until they assimilate you totally. Now you people are using the word, this is total assimilation. Did you know that when we were saying before, that is assimilation? When Pobia himself said it, we were echoing it. We thought we were joking.
Are they not the ones who started in 2016? Are they not the ones who started that they don't want this assimilation? That yes. Lawyers from civil law is being sent to in a common law jurisdiction. We don't want this. Let the Ohana law be translated. This and that. Are they not the ones? And today they are saying, they are talking about assimilation, like it is something that Pobia wants. See, Pastor Victor, whether the lawyer says I like them or not, I am just appealing to the head of state of French Cameroon. Please enact that law so that the lawyers will know the value of consistency, the value of being for what you are. Because if they have been with us, if they would have been with us in this fight, if they would have, because so many have become opposition, so many have even joined them, some who are even parliamentarians today, because they took advantage of the absence of the SDF. They took advantage. They went under the canopy of so many of them are parliamentarians in La République Parliament. And now they think they are very comfortable, and so Mr. Biya should do whatever he likes. So Mr. Biya, please enact that law, appoint them, so that the others who were not appointed will join us and continue to fight you. So I think it's a very good law. Let Mr. Biya enact it. We need more actors in this fight, and I think more in the days ahead, more will join us.
Well. Dorothy, I think we've come to the end of this program. Was there another newspaper we're supposed to talk on? I didn't get that clearly. Was there a newspaper we've left out? Let me see what.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I think we're done. So, Dorothy, your last words before we go, please. Your last words. I think we've come to the end of our program today.
Yes. Yes, thank you so much, Pastor Victor. Fellow Ambazonians, we have come to the end of the show today. And it was a very lively show because we discussed issues that should open the eyes or clarify a lot of things in some people's minds. Now we have realized, even with what the lawyers have done, now it is very clear that we are either independent or we are doomed. Paul Biya's assimilation agenda is on track. And since he could not take it peacefully, now he's using the military option. So we have no choice. There is no gray area in justice. Either it is justice or it is injustice. Let's just consider this, especially those who call themselves elite. In 1961, because I've heard some people are throwing out things out there that we can do federation with a limit, and then after federation we can decide whether to fight for independence or not. I just want Ambazonians to take this home. In 1961, we were told that we should federate. At that time, we have our government, we have our head of government, we had our institutions that we had control over, we had our territory that we had control over, we had a good economy, our literacy rate was very high, the nation was clean, ethical. And then we said we're going in for federation with La République. La République said, yeah, we'll federate. But then they betrayed us. They backed out. and turned to assimilation. And then now, people who are saying that we should consider a federation or consider going on the negotiation table with La Republic, is it now that you have no control over your land? You have no control over any institution. You have no control. You don't even have a government that is recognized by the world. You have nothing. Your infrastructure is zero. Is it not that you think that you can go and reason with La Republic to give you a federation? Why are you kidding yourself? Why do you make yourself look like even some people with a conquered mind, conquered mentality, they can even reason better? In 1961, you had some leverage, you had some power to go into negotiation for federation. Then now, what do you have that you think that La Republic will reason with you that you want to go to negotiate for a federation? So, fellow Ambazonians, please,
Thank you.
this is to say that we have to resist. We have to resist. The international community, one day they'll tell La Republic that enough is enough. We've given you a long rope. You cannot handle this matter. You have to pack out of Ambazonia. So let us stay encouraged, stay faithful, because the final say is going to come from God. There is no way we are going to live as second-class citizens. There is no freedom. There is no freedom where there is no justice. It will not happen. Thank you so much, fellow Ambazonians, friends of Ambazonians, warriors on the walls of Ambazonians. Keep praying. Keep praying. In Pastor Victor's monologue, we know that September is the month of delivery. September is a month that we will see evidence. We will see evidence. God will show us a token for good. See you next time, next Monday, by God's grace. Bye.
Before I forget, you echo something there before I give Paul the mic. You said the assimilation process of La Republique is not a matter of who is in power. I want to echo that. It doesn't matter who is their president. The assimilation process of La Republique is not because of Paul Biya. It's an agenda of France backed up by whoever president is in La Republique. So don't say if we vote A or B, he's going to stop the process. No, the process will never stop. So the only solution is a free Ambazonia. Don't think that if the vote, some of you are saying come to. Even if the broad come to have made it very clear that he was not going to also leave the assimilation process aside. He was going to continue with it. So whether whoever they bring them, Gongo, Frank Biya, whoever, Tanganji, they will still enforce the assimilation process that they have on paper. So please, the only way out is our freedom. So don't think that because if they change president, that when somebody is going to come say less. No. It's not going to change. Paul, please, your last word. Thank you. I just wanted to echo that before I forget that point.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pastor Victor. Fellow Ambazonians, if there is one thing I ask of everybody is consistency. Like I said in my opening address, we pay allegiance to no one other than the flag. There is so much going on in the revolution at this moment, and all hands must be on deck to revise, to rekindle the fire that used to be in this revolution. Look at what is happening back home. Look at the shame our lawyers are about to face, which for me is a positive shame, because it will bring them to their senses. It will bring them to, look, let me tell you, it is maybe along the line they had small cash that they were benefiting. You know, so many of our people were standing trial and lawyers, but now La Republique wants to hold them where. You see, La Republique does not care about our well-being, our welfare. They don't care. Even if it means, I mean, putting us in the worst position only to make us know that we are not what we can ever want to be. As usual, we are second-class citizens, just like what Madoroti said. We are second-class citizens. It is now or never. To my fellow lawyers who call themselves lawyer and going to advocate for a decree, please, Yaoundé will not listen to you. The only language that Yaoundé understand is that stick and those seeds that you have in your hands to defend your land, to defend your territory, to send them away from your territory, so that we'll be able to manage common law in all its status, in all its riches, in all its diversity in our land. With the constant interference of the regime of Yaoundé to destabilize a practice that has been held so high for long, shows that they have no regard for us. Please, if you are in the diaspora, don't be discouraged. Don't let anything disturb your focus. Don't let anything touch your consistency. I'm repeating, it is now or never. Come October, we have to start preparing it now. Because certainly there will be a problem in La Republique. If that problem comes up when we are not ready, we are not prepared, then it will be disaster for us.
Right.
So, Mr. Lawyers, I am inviting you people. Please, now it's time for you to contribute your own quotas for us to send La Republique home. You have collected enough as notaries. The only thing that will stop Mr. Paul Biya from appointing notaries is when we send these people out of our country, out of our land. But without that, he will appoint notaries and you will not do anything. So to prevent that is to join us, to contribute. The friends of Ambazonia are open. Contact us. Send your own contribution. Whatever you have. Rally yourselves as lawyers. Contribute. Even if you can get even as much as 10 or 20 million. Friends of Ambazonians are willing to work with you people. To prevent that, it's only one means. Sending them out of our land. A word is wise. A word is sufficient for those who are wise. Thank you.
Paul. Thank you, Congressman Paul. Let me say these last words. As we were talking, our brother, Dr. Tita, echoed these words to me to tell the Ambazonian people that he's sorry he could not be on the program today, but he wants to tell the people of Ambazonia that there is hope, that you people should keep being positive, and that diplomatically we are breaking new grounds, and God is helping us, and therefore you people should not give up. The patience of God does not mean his weakness. New doors are opening for us, and sooner than later, Ambazonians will hear the good news. So please, fellow Ambazonians, stay positive and let's not give up, because we continue the fight until we reach the promised land, which is our homeland, Ambazonia. Greetings to all of you in the jails, all of you in Nigeria as refugees, all of you suffering in La Republique as refugees, and all our fighters, whether you bear the name Ambazonian State Army or not, as far as we are defending homeland, we want to tell you there is hope. Don't give up, stand strong, and fight to the end, for sooner than later, Ambazonia shall be here. God bless you, fellow Ambazonians. It was good being with you again today on another edition of the program, The Awareness, here on Ambazonian State Radio and Television. We will see you again next Monday for another edition of the program. But remember, September, the 9th month, is the month for us to birth out the new thing that God has ordained for us. And we are birthing them out, and you should birth out also. Push that baby, push that dream, push that vision, and God will see us through, and Ambazonia must be free. Shalom to you all. Thank you, technical team, Congress Amos, Chairman. Thank you, Congress Ade, Dr. Ade. Thank you. And thank you, Chief Ben, for always being there. God bless you all again on another edition of the program. Bye-bye.
Saturday, Sunday.
In the heart of Brooklyn, amidst the colors, the music, and the celebration of Caribbean culture, A different kind of message is making its way through the crowd. They are Friends of Ambazonia, an American-based advocacy group shining a light in one of the world's most neglected humanitarian crises.
We are here today because our people are suffering in silence. The community in Amazonia, the people in Amazonia are being killed by the colonial regime of La République du Cameroon. We are here today, Nick, because our people are being slaughtered to death by the colonial military. The people of the former British Southern Cameroons, since 2017, have been on siege. The military breaks into homes, killing innocent civilians daily. We are here today to march for the innocent souls in Amazonia, those that have been killed, those that have been slaughtered, the villages that have been burned down to ashes. Over 850 villages razed to ashes by the colonial military.
They're marching not just to be seen, but to be heard for the millions in former British Southern Cameroon, now identified as Ambazonia, whose voices are being silenced by war, displacement, and repression. Since 2017, an armed conflict between Cameroon's central government and its English-speaking regions has led to over 6,000 deaths, the displacement of more than 700,000 people, and the destruction of entire communities, according to international monitors.
We are extremely grateful for the work that Human Rights Watch is doing. Though the numbers seem very little, but we know that it's still significant. We will beg and we are pleading for Human Rights Watch to update their numbers, to give the recent total number of deaths and killings, or the recent atrocities in the that have been committed in the territory, so to update the entire world, so everyone is updated, stay updated on what is currently happening on the ground.
But for Dr. Emmanuel Tita, these figures vastly underestimate the true scale of suffering. He argues that the actual death toll and displacement figures are far higher, pointing to mass graves, unreported killings, and entire villages erased without documentation.
The impact of the war on the innocent civilians of Amazonia, the innocent civilians of the former British Southern Cameroons, as we know them, has been very drastic. About 65,000 people of our people have been killed. About 65,000 of the Amazonian people have been killed in this war. Over 500,000 Amazonians are suffering in refugee camps. Over 15,000 Amazonians are locked up illegally in the colonial prisons all across Amazonia and in neighboring La République du Cameroon colonial prisons. Over 1.5 million or 1.2 million have been out of school, and over 2.5 million have been internally and externally displaced. It's been a huge impact on our people. The people of Amazonia are suffering.
But not by the diaspora. Here in New York, survivors and advocates have gathered to say enough is enough. The group's founder, Dr. Emmanuel Tita, is a pharmacist based in Florida. But to many in the Amazonian movement, he represents something bigger, a diplomatic voice, a call for peace resistance, and a bridge to the international community.
The U.S. recognition of Amazonia is very critical at this point in time. The people of Amazonia, are an internationally recognized people with internationally recognized boundaries. They have their legal boundaries that are recognized internationally. And this war has been going on for a long time, and there's desperate need for us to have this humanitarian crisis come to an end. And President Trump is the right person. President Trump is the #1 person that is focused on resolving peace all over the world, that could recognize Amazonia now, and the people of Amazonia can be free.
Dr. Tita and his team believe that the United States, and especially the Trump administration, must recognize this crisis for what it is, a driver of illegal migration, a threat to human rights, and a regional conflict with global implications.
Please, Mr. President, we know that the root causes of of illegal immigration is conflict. The people of the former British Southern Cameroons that are being killed on a daily basis need your help, Mr. President. Please, Mr. President Donald J. Trump, help recognize the people of Amazonia as an independent nation to help resolve the conflict that is currently going on. Please, Mr. President, the people of Amazonia need you.
Thousands of Ambazonians have fled to the U.S. seeking asylum from torture, persecution, and the loss of everything they once called home. The Friends of Ambazonia argue that resolving this conflict at its root, through self-determination and international diplomacy, aligns directly with America's goal of curbing unlawful immigration and global peace. For some here today, the message is also spiritual. A Christian nation under siege, a call to the American church and American conscience.
My message to the Christians all over America and the world is to say that we cannot sit quiet and allow a dictator in Cameroon commit a genocide on the people of Southern Cameroon and nobody is saying anything. I remember that it was a Christian body here in America that rose up against the genocide that was being committed on the people of South Sudan before America stood up to recognize South Sudan. So we are calling on the Christian body here in America and around the world to speak out and speak out to the genocidal regime of Yaoundé that is committing a genocide on our people in Southern Cameroon.
Even those with no roots in Cameroon are standing in solidarity. These American participants say this isn't just a foreign problem. It's about standing with the vulnerable and about American values.
I'm marching with Friends of Amazonia today because everyone deserves freedom and to go home without fear. It's a very fundamental belief of America to have that freedom without fear.
She reminds us that it is within America's power to support freedom, and that supporting Ambazonia means giving families the right to live safely in their homeland, not as refugees abroad. Their voices may have been pushed to the margins of international politics, but here in New York, they are front and center. From the streets of Brooklyn to the hills of West Africa, this is more than a parade. It's a plea of peace, for justice, and for a nation waiting to be recognized. I'm Johnny Fernandez, reporting with Friends of Amazonia.
Chairman Ben Muna's take on federation.
People who talk about democracy must understand that a federation is the best form of democracy. If they don't understand, they need to go back to school. It's the best form of democracy.
His call to the President of the Republic.
The president can say what he wants. He doesn't make it. He's not God. He doesn't make it. The president of this country better wake up to the real fact. This country was united by a plebiscite. It was not one and indivisible. It was united by the will of the people of the Southern Cameroon, not by the will of any other person.
What about the youths championing the cause?
The future is theirs. I'm 77. Mine is gone. I may die tomorrow. If they don't fight, our fathers will come from the graves to fight for them. They have the right to fight for it. They better fight, man. They better bloody fight. No liberty is gained by lying down and allowing people to work on you.
And the students held back at home?
Let them lose 1 year of school and get a better future. What are you talking about? Let them lose 2 years and get a better future.
What then happens to the future?
Come out of it. You have to listen to the Anglophones. There's a problem.
Now, the form of the state.
The form of the state. You know, in our questionnaire to Anglophones, we try to influence the Anglophone opinion, but we did not succeed. Therefore, it shows how deep the problem is.
When you say you tried to influence...
We tried to influence...
How?
Good question. When we said, what form of government do you think can solve this problem? Federation, for example. Decentralization, as we are trying to live it now. I think just about 4 or 5 people reacted out of 1,000. 69% of Anglophones said absolute, the word they used, many used was absolute separation. That is to say, cessation. What? who was taken aback.
Secession was not on the questionnaire. You had
No.
federalism and
No.
decentralization.
Yes.
And they ignored the two.
But then we said, have you any other proposition to make? We left it open. Have you other proposition? But many said in the questionnaire, acting on outside the questionnaire, said we should have proposed also a referendum. They said, no, a referendum is not a form of state, form of government.
And when you look at that reaction, what do you read within the lines? What would you conclude is the stand of?
We drew the conclusion. We drew the conclusion because we have a document now. The causes, the propositions of those who reacted to our questionnaire, about 1,000 people, and then our own, what we think. For those who reacted to our questionnaire, 69% are convinced that if we want to love each other, that is to say, if the Anglophones and Francophones want to live as brothers and sisters, absolute separation on the level of government, that is important.
And that is what sounds like a taboo.
Our position is that everything should be put on the table. There should be no taboo. That's our own position. But not that it is our own, not that we are saying that we should absolute separation, but we say whatever the opinion of some, let us listen to him. But
secession should be on the table of discussion,
yes,
in the national dialogue.
Let them try to convince us. If they convince us, we should take it. If it's convincing. That is why I think personally.
Are you saying that if the people who are standing for secession convincingly present their point of view, President Paul Biya should accept to separate Cameroon?
Of course.
Is it feasible?
It's possible since it is human. It's not the law of God. We were not that. We were separate. Were we not? We were.
Do you think that separation is going to solve this problem? Personally, do you think that separation can solve this problem?
Of course.